Up, guys? This is Black Boss 91 coming to you with another Bleach commentary, and an amazing one too. Chapter 603, called What the Hell. Now, this chapter starts off from last week, Yuha Bach versus Namaya. Now, we get to see what Yuha Bach is doing and how Namaya is calculating and what he's going to consider to do in this bout. Now, let's just say this. He's thinking about, okay, is he going to attack? Is he going to strike? What's going to happen? I got to be prepared. I know he's not going to let me get the upper hand on him, so I'm going to have to prepare for this. And what Yuha Bach is doing is pretty much, he's using Alshurden or Alsuin, however they pronounce it, like holy selection. He's taking away all of the powers of the Stern Ritters. Now we see down on the Serenity what's going on with the other Stern Ritters and the other Shinigami's. Giselle and Bambita, they come back, and it's Giselle's just ruthless to Bambita. She's basically, I couldn't figure out what was going on with in the chapter because it was hard to tell what was happening, but you know, Giselle was drinking some blood and it looked like she was pulling from something, and we see that Bambita, she's like, you know, don't take so much blood from me, and it really looks like she's giving Bambita a head. But Giselle, what we find out, you know, she basically slams her head into the ground like, I'm taking back my blood. Like, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. So he's, and basically like, you're already dead. Like, shut up. And he kills her because it's a he, or let's say Androzen is a she. She kills her again. She was already dead, but come back and kill her again and drink up all the blood. And the glutton girl, she ends up killing PP, and she ends up taking out Mimi because he was controlling her. So I'm just like, yo, this is like what's going on here? Like these Stern Ritters were like really nothing because they're not even worth using. And the glutton girl, she ends up having someone points a gun to her head, and it's the old guy with the glasses, the white hair, Stern Ritter N, Robert Acuton. And we don't know what the N stands for. Well, I don't know what the N stands for. Whether it was mentioned or not, I forgot or something. But we find out that those girls, well, Giselle and the glutton girl, they're newbies because he's telling them like, you know, His Majesty left without us. So I'm thinking like, okay, he's getting into something. He's embarking on what he's telling them, and they're like, oh, you know, okay, we'll still fight down here. So that's what I was thinking. Like, they were going to still fight off the Shinigami, you know, do like the groundwork as far as, you know, taking out the strong ones or whatever. Because Giselle is knowing that we are strong, but they're packing quite a punch too. So they know that they're a challenge. So they're gonna have to come with their A game. But it's like Stern Ritters are dying left and right. I think this might work into Hashwell's ability, but the guy Robert tells him like, he left us. He thought that we were not worthy because he left without us, and you know, any Stern Ritters that's worthless gets dealt with the Ashuden. And she's like, wait, what? And we see what Yuha Bach is doing. He uses his power to take the Stern Ritters' powers from them. Happens to Basby. I'm like, what? It first happens to the old man. He gets like obliterated. His powers are gonna take away from him, so we don't know what happened. Well, the thing with him, his power gets taken away, and we notice that he starts to become like bones. So maybe something within regeneration or revitality, something along the lines of like, because when he got hit, out of everyone, he started to become like a skeleton. So maybe that has something to do with his power. Basby, he gets hit. He's like thinking what's happening. We see Renji in this, so he's noticing like what's going on. The black dude with the glasses and the braids, he gets hit, and Giselle, not Giselle, the glutton girl, she takes Giselle and trying to get away, and it's drawing in, it's taking away her power. She's knowing that her wings are starting to fade away, so they have to get away from the light. But she ends up asking Yuha Bach all the way up there, like, what were we to you? Like, what were we? Because Robert was like, you don't know how terrifying His Majesty can be. And we finally see what happens. This whole week has just been about comrades and friends, but he tells him, he answers Glutton Girl's question. He says, my comrades, and as my comrades, we help each other out. And he uses that power, and we see we see Noclevar on the ground, like looking up. Well, was he looking up the blood? No, he ends up looking up, and Nehemiah, he's looking. He's like, whoa, what's going on? And it says the warriors resurrected. He's like, rise, my Zero Division, and we see Bardo, Valkyrie. We see those two. Probably Composery is gonna get up too, and possibly Noclevar. But he resurrected them in their holy forms. So he just, like, pretty much rise. And that's pretty much the chapter. It was just crazy to see how that all panned out, because I thought it was too soon and too early for his elite force to get taken out. Once I saw Yuha Bach doing stand, like, okay, what is he going to do? Is he going to start off with like some heavy hitter attacks? Is he going to go in with the final kill? I don't know. Let's see what happens. But we end up seeing that he takes all the other Stern Ridder's powers to resurrect his own Stern Ridders. So it's just crazy. Let's see what's gonna happen. Now they're gonna be on some OP level shit. Like, and they better come correct. And the Zero Division better get in there and do something, because Nehemiah, okay, fine. They're like, Nehemiah is good enough to take on everyone, and let's see how he does with Yuha Bach, because the only data they have on Yuha Bach of his abilities was from 1,000 years ago, and from the copy that Yamamoto had fought before he died. So that's the only intel they have on his power, but they don't know too much of what he can do, now. But I guess now they can see that he, at will, during battle of any time, he can take away the powers of Quincy's. He deemed unworthy. In fact, yeah, he deems unworthy. I think, what is it? Ashuden was basically, he can take away the powers of impure Quincy's. Now, whether or not if all the Stern Ritter are impure is debatable. But another thing it probably is that it didn't say Ashuden. I think it was Al-Solin. Maybe this power that Yuha Bach has is that he has the power to take. He has the power to take Stern Ritter's powers that he feel is deemed unworthy. If he considers you an unworthy Stern Ritter, then he has the ability to take your power. Maybe that is. So there's like two forms of taking power: the impure Quincy's, or the Quincy's that are unworthy, or maybe it's just that in itself. Like, any Quincy he finds unworthy, whether you're impure or you're not worthy enough to be in the ranks with him, he can take your power. But, we still have to find out more about Yuha Bach's abilities. We do know that he can give you a piece of his soul and restore something within you. And when he takes it back, he gets that of himself. So, and he gave it to his Stern Ritters. He resurrected them. So, his elite force. So, I just want to see what's going to go down with that. The look on Nehemiah's face was just priceless. He was just like, you can see he was batshit scared. Like, oh my god, what's going on here? He didn't know this. But his teammates better give him support. Like, they better help him out in this battle, because you just can't. No, Nehemiah, he's gonna need some help. So, guys, do your thing. Kubo, okay, you're doing it. But let me see some more interaction with everybody else. I want it to be everyone coming in, trying to stop things, help out, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and we still gotta wait for Ichigo to come up there. and do some damage, and maybe by the time he gets there, the Zero Division will be gone. And it's seeming like Kubo is wrapping up it seems like he's starting to wrap up the series. Is going along, yada yada yada. We still haven't seen the Fullbringers. Whether or not Grimmjow is in this or not, we don't. I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna go to the Soul King. I know. I feel that Yuha Bach he's making his way up there. Aizen, whether or not he plays a part in this, who knows? Kubo said he wants to bring him back into the story, but well, who knows? Just a lot more other things, and also with Hashwall and Uryu, you know, maybe this whole time, Yuha Bach's plan is to basically take all the powers of the Stern Ritter and give it to Uryu, and probably have Hashwall use his bounce ability, where in the forces of misfortune was to happen with the Stern Ritters, it would allow Hashwall to be hacked in that ability, where he can basically bring the balance of the battle, where that misfortune that's leveled on their side, he can balance it out by creating misfortune on their side, because they have major fortune. So then when he probably have enough power to destroy all the other Shinigamis, and it'll be a balanced playing field where equal amount of Shinigamis, equal amount of Stern Ritters, and SS. Boom. So Yuha Bach has this thing planned. He knows what he's doing. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in chapter 604. So guys, this is my thoughts on this chapter. Let me know what you guys think about Bleach this chapter this week. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Go to my Facebook fan page in the description box below. Like this video if you did. And it was an amazing chapter. So this is Black Boss 91 signing out.